And I forgot to change the background. Of course I did. Anywho, thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. Game 3 of our tournament from the best undefeated teams from 2000 to 2020. We have an 8-team tournament going on. This is game 3. We've already played 2 games. We had number 4, 2013 Florida State, taking on number 5, 2009 Alabama. So go check out that video. We also had number 3, 2010 Auburn, taking on the 2005 Texas. That was our second game. Our third game is going to be today. It is 2004 USC versus 2018 Clemson. So, should be a good matchup here today as we do the best undefeated teams from 2000 to 2020. 8 teams in the tournament. After today, we're only going to have 5 left after today because we haven't played number 1 versus number 8 yet. So that'll be next time on the docket. It'll be 2019 LSU versus 2001 Miami. These were ranked by total amount of victories. So the more victories you had, the higher seed you were. And we can get things started. This is going to be a good one, I think. USC 2004 is Matt Leinart team with Reggie Bush and Jared White as running backs versus Lawrence. What's his first name? I can't remember his first name. Why can't I remember? The problem is I got a lady I work with whose name is Charlie Lawrence, and so every time I think of Lawrence, I think of Charlie Lawrence. So I can't remember what his first name was. Anywho, let's get to it and see what we got here on the table as we go. So for USC, they are -1 drive offense. They are a -3 on run and nothing on pass. So nothing on the pass. For Clemson, they're a -2 on the drive offense, and nothing on offense, and nothing on defense. So they're just normal, or run and pass. I'm sorry, for run and pass, they're normal. They have a 9 and a 9 versus a 9 offense or 9 defense. 9 and 9 in defense for USC versus 9 and 9. So it's going to end up even. So the biggest takeaway is USC's -3 on run. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much even. And of course, -1 on each, or -1 and a -2 is going to make it a little bit more challenging for them to get some drives going. So, expect a good defensive battle here. We're going to have Clemson, USC. Whoever rolls higher gets the kick, and if it's an even number, they will receive. If it's an odd number, they will kick off. Odd is kick, even is receive. And it is going to be Clemson, and it's going to be odd. So odd, they're going to kick, even they're going to receive. So Clemson is going to kick it away. Clemson's going to kick it away. So Clemson is going to kick it off. So Clemson is going to be going this way, basically that way, and then USC is going to be going this way. Clemson is kicking off. So USC is going to be the blue chips, and they're going to do 6 in the first half, 5 in the second half. Clemson will do 5 in the first half, 6 in the second half. So here we go. Clemson going to kick it off. Kickoff for Clemson. Kickoff is a B for Clemson. Kickoff return is a B for USC. So here we go. Game 3 of our tournament. Best undefeated college teams from 2020 tournament. Played with Glory Days College Football. Game number 3. Here we go. It's 2004 USC on the field waiting the kickoff from Clemson. And we kick it off. So a 3. It's going to be a touchback, so right out to the 25. So USC will take it at their 25. So a -1 on their drive offense. They will spend their chip. -1 means they need to get a 35 to 77. 0 to 34 is a punt. 35 to 77 is a drive. 78 to 82 is a big run. 83 to 89 is a big pass. 90 to 92 is a fumble. 93 to 98 is an interception. 99 is an event. So we will just roll these two to make it a little easier for you guys to understand what's going on. And here we go. So can they get a drive started at their own 25? USC, Matt Leinart and company. So that is a 68. And a 68 is going to be a drive. So with that, you then roll this to find out what kind of drive they're going to get. And they started at their own 25. So they gained 3 plays, 40 yards, and a little plus sign means it's first down and 10. So 40 yards. So they got it to the 35-yard line. 35-yard line of of Clemson. And now we go into play-by-play mode. We can cover the rest of this up as we don't need it. And I will add my new penalty die. Again, if this comes up as a penalty, there's a chance of a penalty. You ignore that if they roll doubles. Normally you look at the dice. I think it's better to have a penalty die because I always forget to check. So here we go. As far as penalty goes, 1 to 8 on USC offense. 19 to 20 on Clemson's defense. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 35 of Clemson. And it's a 4 on first down is going to be a run. It is a 52. The run is a -3. 52 is going to be defensive plus and a 1. Defensive plus and a 1 is a 4-yard and a fumble. Possible fumble. 4-yard and a possible fumble. And the fumble is 1 to 14. Plus 3 for Clemson's defense is 1 to 17. First of all, we're going to roll to see who was rushing. It was Reggie Bush. And let's see if Bush fumbles here. 1 to 17, it's a fumble. It is a fumble. So Reggie Bush fumbles it at the 31. It's picked up by Clemson. They have a chance to run it back. Fumble return. Fumble return is a 5. It's going to go to the team fumble chart. So Clemson, team fumble return. Team fumble return for Clemson is a 4. And it's no, they just fall on it. And it's going to be the end of the drive, though. That's the most important thing. If you're a Clemson fan, it ends USC's drive, and it gives them great field position. So, Clemson now here is going to get their first chance at a drive. And again, we'll go through this with the regular dice. Clemson is a -2, so 0 to 36 is a punter kick. 37 to 79 is a drive. 80 to 83 is a big run. 84 to 89 is a big pass. 90 to 92 is a fumble. 93 to 98 is an interception. And 99 is an event. So here we go. Let's see if Clemson now can get something going for their first offensive chance. 49, and they do get a drive. And again, we roll this. 15. They started at their 31. And they rolled a 15. So 3 plays. 37 yards. Again, the plus means it's automatic first down and 10. So 37 yards. 20, 40 minus 3 is 37. And it's automatic first down and 10. And this time, we're at the 32-yard line of USC. 32-yard line of USC. Clemson fumble or penalty 1 to 7. USC for defense 18 to 20 in case we do roll a penalty. Here we go. First down and 10 for Clemson. The first chance at Lawrence. I cannot remember his first name. And it is a 9 on first down, and they're going to go long pass on first down. And a pass, they're just straight up 0. So that's going to be a neutral 2. Neutral 2 is going to be incomplete, but it's a possible sack. Sack is a 1-4 plus 1 for USC. So it's a 1-5. It'll be a sack. 1-5. It's a sack. It is not a sack. It's just going to be incomplete. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line of USC. 2nd and 10 from the USC. 8 on 2nd down is going to be a short pass. And this time, 14 is going to be an offensive plus and a 5. Offensive plus and a 5 is going to be a 7-yard pickup. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 for Clemson. And if you can always use the 20-sider to figure out who caught it or who ran it, that was, we'll just say it was Rogers there with the big catch. And now it is 3rd and 3 from the USC 25-yard line. And a 23 is going to be offensive plus. 3rd down and 3. And they're going to go with a 7, which is a short pass again. They got a 1, and it's going to be offensive plus. And that's going to be a 6-yard pickup and a 1st down. 5, 6. And it was caught by Overton. Overton makes a big catch and picks up 6 yards. And a 1st down for Clemson on the 19-yard line of USC. First drive of the game for Clemson. They're inside the 20. They're in the red zone, as they like to say. Possible penalty of 3 is an offensive penalty, so I'm not going to worry about that. It's going to be an offensive penalty. And 8 is going to be illegal formation, 5 yards back. And it's 1st and 15. 1st and 15. After I do a penalty, I remove the penalty die, so there's no chance of getting a double penalty. It's just a little house rule that I use just to make sure I don't run into a situation where one team is basically unfortunate enough to roll too many penalty dice. So if there's a penalty, I pull the penalty die for the next play. So it's a 1st and 15 for Clemson. A 0 is going to be our first run of the game. A 42 is going to be neutral 8. On a neutral 8, it's going to be 8-yard pickup, but a run of 10 is going to be Joyce, who gives +1. So a 8 +1 for Joyce is 9-yard pickup. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Nice pickup on 1st down and 15. We'll add the penalty die back in now. So 2nd and 6 for Clemson. 2nd and 6 for Clemson. And on 2nd down, 6 is going to be a short pass. And a 23, offensive plus, and a 3. Offensive plus, and a 3 is going to be a 7-yard pickup. And a 1st down and goal from the 8. 1st and goal from the 8. That was another huge catch. That time it was by Higgins. Higgins for Clemson with a big catch there. Fingertips on the sideline. They say he got his foot in bounds. And it's now 1st and goal from the 8 for Clemson. 4 on 1st down is going to be a run this time. A 14 is going to be offensive plus and a 0. Offensive plus is going to be a big play 2. A big play 2. I don't think it matters. It's probably going to score. And a 5 is going to be a touch. It would have been a touchdown from anywhere. But they only needed 8 yards, and it's still a touchdown, though. The extra point here is 0 to 97. Of course, you read these black and white. 0 to 97, and Clemson's going to have a 7-0 lead. 0-5, it is well in the uprights, and it is 7-0 in favor of Clemson as they drive right down the field on their first possession and get the touchdown. So back to B and B on the kickoffs. And here we go. Can USC get some good field position here on the kickoff? Clemson ready to kick it off here. 6 is going to be kicked to the goal line and a 24-yard line. Out to the 24-yard line. So Clemson for USC now with their second chance here to drive. USC, Matt Leinart and company out here ready to go. Let's see if they get a drive. 58, they are going to get a drive. 16. 5 plays, 36 yards. 10 or 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you look at this number, which is a total of 6. On the defense, Clemson's drive defense is a 12. So a 6 is going to be 2nd and 10. So we're going to pick it up 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line of Clemson. 2nd and 10 from the Clemson 40-yard line. USC. A 2 on 2nd down is going to be a run. A 55 is going to be on a -3. It's going to be defensive plus and a 7. Defensive plus is going to be 1-yard pickup. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 from the 39. Possible penalty, but a 12 is no penalty, so we can ignore those. An 8 on 3rd and 9 is going to be a long pass. And a 46 is going to be neutral, but they lose one because they're expecting a long pass. So it's going to drop to defensive plus. Defensive plus. And defensive plus and a 0. So defensive plus and a 0 on a long pass. Was it a pass or a run? It was a long pass, right. So it's a long pass. Defensive plus is going to be, and a 0 is going to be incomplete. Incomplete is going to bring up 4th down and 9 from the 39, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 56-yard field goal. Longest field goal for USC is 52, so they're outside of field goal range. They can either go for it or they can punt. 39-yard line, 39, 49, yeah, it's too long. 4th and 9, they're just going to punt it. Punt it away. Punt is a B. B versus a D. Punt versus a punt return. So USC is going to punt it. So 9. Oh, it's a possibility of a block. Otherwise, it's 43 yards. And a 98. They needed a 99 for a block. So it got a finger on it, but not a block. So an 8 is going to be no return. So 43 yards is into the end zone. So Clemson will take it at their 20-yard line. Clemson has the ball. And their second drive of the game. Let's see if they can get a drive going for there. And we can ignore the penalty on this. 0-5 is going to be a punt situation. So they couldn't get a drive. A 13 and a punt is 3 plays, 6 yards. 6 yards. So they're going to have to punt from their own 26. Punting away from their own 26. Punt. C. Punt return. It's an A. So a C versus an A punt return. So a 38-yard punt. So it's 20-40 minus 2 is 38. A 0 on the return is going to be a team chart. We're going to USC's punt return. USC's punt return is a 1, and that is a touchdown. They're going to run it all the way back for a touchdown. Unbelievable. Touchdown. USC on the punt return for a touchdown. That's the first time I've had a punt return go for a touchdown. And that is their drive, though. But it was a good one as they got a touchdown. Extra point is 0-94. It's a 55. It is up and it is good. And we got us a tie ball game 7-7 as USC returns the punt all the way for the touchdown. And now they have to kick off from their 35. All right, and kicking off. C and B. C and a B. 7, the 5-yard line. 7, 24 is out to the 29-yard line. So let's see if see if Clemson now. They are in the -2 column to get a drive here. 7-7's your score. 88. And that is going to be a big pass too. A big pass too for Clemson. And this is going to go to number 17, which is Thompson. Thompson with a huge pass. Thompson with the big pass too. And a 2 is a touchdown. And we're getting crazy here. First we had a punt return for a touchdown. Now we had a long pass. 29, so that would be what? 50, 71-yard pass play from Lawrence to Thompson. And just like that, we got to try the extra point, which is 97 or less. It is good. It is 14-7 in favor, and that was their drive. But it is 14-7 in favor of USC. And now they will kick off from their 35. I'm sorry, in favor of Clemson. On the huge punt pass by Lawrence to Thompson. 71-yard touchdown. So, kicking off is a B. Kickoff return is a B. So, B and a B. 0 is a touchback. They will take it at the 25. Okay. All right. Here we go. Another drive for USC. Down 14-7. Can they get a drive? 79, they're at a -1. 79 is going to be a run big play. So we get a run big play. And this is going to go to number 11, which is Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush with a huge run. Reggie Bush with a huge run. And it's a 4, which is 37 yards. 20, 40 minus 3 is And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A 37-yard rush by Reggie Bush. And it's 1st and 10 for USC, trying to get right back on the horse here. Down 14-7 to Clemson. We get the penalty die back in there now. Here we go. 1st and 10. And a possible penalty, 16. We can ignore that. No penalty. 65. Oh, well, first we got to see when they run. So because they're on a run, they're a -3. And a 56 is going to be defensive plus. And a 2. Defensive plus is going to be 1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. 2nd down and 9 from the 37-yard line. Another possible penalty, but again, 12, no good. 6 on 2nd down is going to be a short pass. A 24 is going to be offensive plus, and a 3 offensive plus is going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Clemson's defense off to a good start in this game. The Trojans' only touchdown come on a punt return so far. Can their offense get on track here? 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 9 is going to be a long pass. A 14 is going to be offensive plus, but they lose a column because they're expecting it. So it's going to be offensive plus and a 5. Offensive plus is going to be incomplete, but a possible sack. Possible sack is 1 to 9 plus 6. So 1 to 15, it's a sack. It is not. It's a 16. So no sack, but it's going to be incomplete as Matt Leinart gets rid of it. 37. It's going to be 47. 54 is too far to kick. And they're in the same position they were at last time. Right around the 37, 38-yard line. And it's a big 4th down. 4th and 9 last time too, I think. And they punted it away last time. And I think they're going to do the same thing. Punting it away again. B punt, D punt return. B punt, D punt return. Okay. It is a 4. 56, it's well deep in the end zone. Taking it out to the 20 will be Lawrence and company. Let's see if they can get a drive started here. Now, we are we're middle of the 2nd quarter. There's 3 drives left. This one plus 3 more. So we got a little bit of time still in the 2nd quarter. You got to figure there's about 10 minutes left in the 2nd quarter or so. And it's going to be Clemson with it. Let's see if they can get a drive going. 72 on a -2. 72 is going to be a drive. They got a drive. 8. And they have it at the 20. 3 plays, 54 plus, which means it's 1st and 10. 54, 20, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Clemson up 14-7. 1st and 10 from the 26. Lawrence under center. He is going to hand it off. He's going to hand it off to Etienne. Etienne with it. They are neutral. 40. It's going to be neutral 7. Neutral 7 is going to be 6 yards. Etienne is +2, so it's an 8-yard pickup. And it's going to be 2nd and 2. You do you adjust for players' yardage whenever you get a neutral result. So 2nd and 2 from the 18-yard line. Etienne with a nice 8-yard run there. And another good result. 4 on second down. It's going to be another run. This is going to be... Lawrence is going to take off this time. Lawrence is going to run it. And it's going to be a plus and a 2. It's going to be 6 yards. And a first and goal. Nope. First down and 10 from the 12. First and 10 from the 12. They can still get a first down within the 2-yard line. Lawrence with a 6-yard run there. Big yardage here against the USC defense. Defense needs to hold. First down and 10 is a 5. It's going to be another run. This time Etienne again. 33. 33 is neutral 0. Neutral 0 is going to be 7 plus 2, 9 yards. And 2nd and 1 from the 3-yard line. 2nd and 1 from the 3-yard line. Let's see here. 2nd down is going to be another run. It is going to go to Etienne again. 23. Offensive plus. Offensive plus and a 1. Offensive plus and a 1 is going to be a touchdown. Etienne. And we have the extra point looming. 0 to 97. It is up and it is good. It is 21-7 in favor of Clemson. So, Clemson will kick it off. There's still 3 drives here in the first half, so plenty of drives left in this game. Kicking off here is a B. Kickoff return is a B. All right, let's see what happens. And it's going to be a touchback for USC. They'll take it at their 25-yard line. Here we go. Here we go. Can they get a drive going? 0-2. No, they got to punt it. That is a bad drive. 12. And 3 plays. They only made it 5 yards. And they're going to have to punt it from their 30-yard line. And that is that chip right there. So, they're going to be punting from their own 30. USC punting down 21-7. A punt is a B. 44 yards. 20, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. Punt return of 1. D. And fair caught. So they're going to start at their 26-yard line. And this will be their last drive of the first half. Figure there's 3 minutes left to go. They're going to try and run some clock. And then, of course, we still have one more drive for USC in the first half. And then that'll be it. So, can Clemson do anything here from their 26-yard line? That is a 73. They are a -2. And they are going to get a drive. 19 and 3 plays, 40 yards, and plus sign means it's 1st and 10 again. So 1st and 10 from the 34. 1st and 10 from the 34 for Clemson. And that is a 0 on first down is a run. It's going to go to Fester. 33 is neutral 9 is 4 yards. Fester's a -1, so it's only going to be 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Oops, 2nd and 7. Fester with a 3-yard run. Four on 2nd down is going to be a run again. This time it is going to be Etienne. 54 is going to be defensive plus and a 3. Defensive plus is going to be 1-yard pickup. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. The USC's defense trying to hold Lawrence and company. Can they do it? 0 on 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 is going to be a run. 31 is neutral 8. A neutral 8 is going to be an 8-yard pickup. Depends on this. 11 is going to be choice, which is going to be +1, which is 9-yard pickup. And a first down. Choice with a 9-yard pickup for Clemson. And they have a 1st and 10 at the 21. 1st and 10, 7. Short pass. 32 is neutral 5. Neutral 5. And neutral 5 is going to be 5 yards to who? It's going to be to Ross. He's actually +8. So 5 and 8 is 13. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. 1st and goal from the 8. First and goal from the 8. Clemson driving it down the field again, trying to take a stranglehold on this matchup here against USC. 1st and 10, it's going to be another run. 16 is an offensive plus. 7 offensive plus is going to be 5 yards and down to the 3-yard line. Pushing the pile forward. 3 to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 3. 2nd and goal. They're going to try a long pass. Defensive plus and a 9. Defensive plus is going to be incomplete. It's going to bring 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 3. Possible penalty, and it will be an offensive penalty this time. 5. False start, 5 yards back. Back to the 8-yard line. And again, take the penalty die out so there's no double penalties. Back to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 8. A 0 is going to be a run. They're going to try and set up for a field goal, looks like. 43. Neutral 6. Neutral 6 is 9 yards, but a possible fumble. 9 yards, possible fumble. It is going to fester, which is -1. So that would actually be, wow. So it'd be 9 minus 1 is 8, which would put it at the goal line. Is it a fumble is the question. So the question, the fumble is 1 to 9 plus 5. 1 to 14, he's going to fumble at the 1-yard line. 1 to 14, it's a fumble. It's a 20, no fumble. He reaches the ball out, and just as his knee comes down, they got it. And that is an 8-yard pickup. And they're going to go to instant replay. And yes, it does look like the ball went across the line before his knee was down. They're going to call it a touchdown. After further review, there would have been a fumble. If it would have been a fumble, he would have had the fumble before he crossed the end zone. That's a kind of a tricky one again, but 0 to 97. It is up and it is good. It is 28-7. And USC getting taken to the woodshed here, as they like to say. 1 drive left. We'll figure there's like 2-minute warning or so. USC needs to get some points here before halftime. We're like kicking off 5. Kickoff B. Touchback. Okay, so can USC get a drive from their own 25? Can they get a drive from their own 25? 19. No, they're going to have to punt it away. And we're just going to call that. Well, that no, because they could end up returning it. So we've got to play this out. Right? So, 16. 4 plays. They made 11 yards. But they're going to have to punt it from there. Punt is a B. Punt return is a D. B and a D. Age 6. 41. 2041. D is a 9. Team chart. Team chart. Punt return. Ooh, they do have a touchdown on here. If I roll 1, it's a touchdown. If I roll 1, it's a touchdown. It's a 7. 7's going to be fair caught. Woo! That was very lucky. That was very lucky. So, that was that. And that is the end of the first half as we head to the locker room. It is USC 7. Clemson, who is also going to get the second half kickoff, is up 28-7. All right, so we're going right into the second half here. Clemson up 28-7. And kicking off, C versus a B. So C kickoff, B defense, B return. All right, let's see what happens. 3 touchbacks. So Clemson will take it at their own 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get a drive here to start the second half. -35. They are -2. And it's 0-36 is no drive. So just barely. They almost had something. 1 is going to be 5 plays, 22 yards. They're going to punt it away. They had something going, but they're going to have to punt it away from their own 47. Their own 47. Punt is a C. Punt return is an A. C versus an A. Six on the punt. 41. Down to the 12-yard line. 0 is going to be team chart. They've already returned 1 for a touchdown. They've already returned 1 punt for a touchdown. Can USC do it again? If they roll 1, they've rolled another. They've returned another one for a touchdown. No, 7. And punt return is no return. So they're going to take it over at their 12-yard line. USC down 28-7. Down 28-7. And let's see if they can get a drive here to start the third quarter as their defense comes down and shuts down Lawrence and company. 12. No, it's a punt. 5. 3 plays, 5 yards. They're going to have to punt from their 12-yard line. Punting, B. Punt return, D. Punting it back. 9. Possible block. B have to be a 99. It's not. So it's a 43 yards. 20, 40, 1, 2, 3. 4 on the return. 3 yards. And that is where Clemson will take over at their own 43-yard line. Their second drive. Remember, Clemson gets 1 extra drive in the second half. So they're already up. Great stuff. I am playing season ticket. One roll of football as I watch. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. You should do some videos on that game. Cardboard Commander, because I want to see it in action. I want to see what it's like. So I want to see what it's like. I want you to do a couple videos on it. Show it off. Talk about what you're doing and why you're rolling and all that, because I don't know much about it. So can Clemson get another drive going? $32. No, they cannot. Again, 0 to 36. They rolled a 32, so just barely not. 5 is 3 plays, 5 yards. So they're going to have to punt it away from their own 48-yard line. Punt is a C. Punt return is an A for USC, who's already returned one punt for a touchdown. Can they return another one? 1 38-yard punt and a 2 on the return. It's going to be fair caught at the 14-yard line for USC. This third quarter is flying by as USC's already had their second drive started here in the second half. They only have 5 total drives, so they need this one to, or they're going to be in trouble. 0-2. No, they're going to have to punt it away. 7. 5 plays, 18 yards. And they're going to have to punt it away from their own 32. Punt. B. Punt return. D. Punting it away. 2. Punt. 37. And 6 on the return. 6 yards. Out to the 37-yard line. But Clemson's happy to keep punting the ball back and forth because the drives are going by quick. Drives are going by quick. This is their third drive already. In the second half, not much going on so far. 28-7. A 63 is going to be a drive. 20. Let's see. They picked it over 2 plays, 38 yards. And it's first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. This could be the needle in the haste, the needle in the coffin. USC is down by 3 touchdowns. They only have 3 drives left. So if they were to get a field goal on this drive, I think it's going to be game over. We'll play it out, but I think it's not looking good for USC at this point. First down and 10 from the 25. 6 on first down. It's going to be a short pass. It's going to go to Kendrick. A 25. Offensive plus and a 2. Offensive plus is going to be incomplete. Second down. Second down. Possible penalty and offensive penalty. Offensive penalty. A false start 5 yards back. Second and 15. Second and 15. Again, I take the penalty die out, so I don't have back-to-back penalties. 5 on second down is going to be a short pass. It is going to Kendrick again. A 15 is going to be an offensive plus and a 0. Offensive plus is going to be a big play 1. Big pass 1. I'm sorry, 0. Is going to be big pass 2, actually. I'm sorry, big pass 2 on the 0. Big pass 2. Big pass 2 for Clemson. So Kendrick with another huge catch for Clemson. This time he's rumbling, he's bumbling, he's stumbling, he's going for 27 yards. Down to the 3-yard line is first and goal, and if USC cannot prevent the touchdown, it is game over for sure. First and goal from the 3-yard line. Huge play there by Clemson, and the USC's defense has let them down in this game so far. Huge plays by Clemson. And remember, USC's only touchdown so far is a punt return for a touchdown. So without that, they would be having nothing so far. Here we go. First is going to be a run. It's going to be choice, 46, neutral 0. Neutral 0 is 7 yards. Choice is +1, be 8 yards. Doesn't matter. It's still a touchdown. Touchdown to choice. The extra point, and this game is over, my friends. 77. It's up and it is good. It is 35-7. 35-7. We'll kick off. We will play out the last 3 drives. So, kicking off. B and a B. Oops. B and a B. Touchback. So USC trying to get a drive. They needed to get it. They definitely need a drive, but it's probably over. No, 86 maybe. 86 is going to be a big pass too. They got a big pass too. Got a big pass too. And it went to 19. Mitchell, big pass. 6 is 35 yards. 20. 35. So 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Clemson 40-yard line. A 9 on 1st down, and they're going to go deep, long pass. 31 is neutral 8. Neutral 8 is going to be a 16-yard, but a possible sack. Sack 1-9 plus 6 is a 1-15 is a sack. 1-15 is a sack. It is a sack. So instead of a huge gain, it's going to be a sack of 7 yards. 2nd down and 17. 2nd and 17. 2nd down and 17. Oh, we have to put USC's chip out here. 2nd down, and they're going to go with the short pass. A 32, neutral, and a 9. 5 yards, +1 for McVoy is 6 yards. 3rd down and 11. 3rd and 11. They got to get a 1st down here. It's game over. They're going to go for it. 3rd down and 11 from the 41. 9. Yep, they had to go with the long pass. 54, though, is not going to help. That's a defensive plus and a 9. Defensive plus and a 9 is going to be 20-yard pickup. Holy crap. And that's going to be good enough for a 1st down. And 10 for USC. Who got that catch? Number 2, that is Jarrett. Huge catch, 20 yards on 3rd down and 11. Gets him a 1st down at the 21-yard line. 1st down is going to be a run. 52. They are -3. It's going to be a defensive plus and a 1. It's going to be 4 yards, but a fumble, possible fumble. 14 plus 3, 1-17. It's a fumble again. Who fumbled it? Let's see who fumbled it first. 18 this time. That is going to be Reed. Let's see if he fumbles it. 1-17. It's a fumble. It's a 16. He fumbled it. He's going to fumble it at the... he picked up 4 yards. And he fumbled it at the 17. Fumble return. A 5 is going to be a team chart. Fumble return. Fumble return. Now they don't. Clemson's not going to return it very far. 5 is 0 yards. But that is enough to put the nail in the proverbial coffin. 35-7. Clemson will try to get a drive. Uh, 37. They just barely got the drive. 37 is what they needed. They roll at 37. Unbelievable. So it's 7. They started at their own. So 7 plays, 53 yards. 20, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3. And it's an 8. USC's drive defense is a 12, and an 8 is going to be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, USC, or Clemson, from the USC 30-yard line. 2nd and 10 from the USC 30-yard line. A 3 on 2nd down is going to be a run. 55 is going to be defensive plus and a 0. Defensive plus is going to be 3 yards. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7, Clemson. 3rd and 7, Clemson. A penalty on the offense. A 1 false start. So 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 again. I take the penalty die out. 3rd and 12. Can they get a first down? Otherwise, they'll just punt it away. 34. Or I'm sorry, 3rd down and 12, and they rolled a 3. And it's going to be a short pass. Neutral 4. Neutral 4 is going to be incomplete. So 4th down, 32, 42, 49-yard field goal. They're going to try a 49-yard field goal. 0 to 49. 0 to 49 is up and it is good. 0 to 49. It is up. It is possible penalty, and it is a penalty on the defense. On the kick. Penalties, kicking team, penalties, receiving team. 14 is going to be holding. Onside. We ignore that on a field goal. We ignore that on a field goal, it says. So ignore that, but a 57 is going to be missed. It's going to be no good. It's going to be no good. Not that it matters. It'll stay 35-7. And it'll be up to USC here already in the 4th quarter. There's only going to be 2 drives left for them. Can they get a drive? 88 minus 1. Big play 2. Big pass 2, actually. Big pass 2. USC, big pass 2. 6 is 35. 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 33-yard line, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 USC from the 33-yard line. All right, first down is a short pass and a 15. Offensive plus and a 0. It's going to be a big pass 2. Big pass 2 to number 15, Holmes. It's going to be caught by Holmes. He's rumbling, he's bumbling, he's stumbling. He's going 22 yards. 22 down to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10, USC finally getting some offense. Little too late is Clemson putting in maybe some of their subs. here up 35-7. A 0 on first down is a run. 53. A -3 is defensive plus and a 1. And that's going to be 4 yards and a possible fumble again. This is the third time they've had a possible fumble. 1-14 plus 3 is 1-17. They've already had 2 fumbles. One more. And there it is, another fumble. Third fumble of the game by USC, and it's that same spot. Defensive plus, and it's a fumble. And they can run it all the way back. Let's see. 8. Nope, nothing. So USC will take over at their 7-yard line. 1st and 10. Just 3 drives left. USC, can they get a drive? I'm sorry, Clemson, can you get a drive? 34, nope. We can ignore that. Penalty, 3 plays, 7 yards. They're going to have to punt it from their 14. Punt it from their 14. Punt C. Punt return A. USC's already returned 1 for a touchdown. A penalty on the defense, kicking, or the receiving team. 5. Offsides. We will roll this. 8. 43. 7. Fair caught. USC is just going to take over at their 42. They're not worried about the 5 yards. I guess they would get 5 yards. We'll give them the 5 yards. That's fine. It's not going to matter. It's their last drive of the game, and they're down 35-7. You think there's like 4 minutes left in the game or whatever. They're down 35-7. Can they get a drive going here to start? 38. They can. Yay. 18. 2 plays, 28 yards. 20. 8. And a 1st down and 10 from the 25. 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. First and 10, USC. Short pass. 63 is going to be defensive plus. A 6. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd down. Two is going to be a run. Defensive plus and a 0. Defensive plus is going to be 2 yards. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. 2 minutes left in the game. 35-7. 8. On 3rd down. It's going to be a long pass. 36. Neutral 0. Neutral 0 is going to be incomplete. 4th down. They're going to go for it. 4th and 8. At the 23-yard line. Or 4th and... yeah, I think it was 8. 4th and 8 from the 23-yard line. And they're going to hand it off. 55, which is a defensive plus, and an 8. Defensive plus is going to be a stuff. And a 2, minus 3 yards. And that is going to do it. As Lawrence and company will just come out and just kneel the ball down. And we can now go and update our sheet. We can update our sheet in Microsoft Word here. The word is the word. And 2005 Texas is not going to get a replay of the USC Texas championship. Instead, no sir, we are going to get number 2, 2018 Clemson. Moving on in this matchup, quite handily over, I'm surprised, over USC. I thought it was going to be a lot better matchup, but in this case, it was not. It was a 35-7 blowout, actually, as USC's only touchdown came on a punt return for a touchdown. That was the first time I've had a punt return for a touchdown. So Texas, number 6 Texas is taking on number 2 Clemson from 2018. And we will get to that after. We still got one more we have to do in the East bracket, which is number 1 LSU versus number 8 Miami. So we have to finish that up. Then we'll have our final 4. So far, Florida State from 2013, Texas from 2005, and the 2018 Clemson are in the finals. We have to wait on one more to come. So we can save this bad boy. It's been updated. Everyone should know where we stand, and that is a look at Glory Days College Football. One of my favorite games, of course. And I enjoyed this one, and I like the college stuff, as you might be able to tell. I wear a lot of Ohio State stuff, so it's going to be, I'm hoping it ends up Ohio State and Texas Tech in the finals. And so me and Cardboard Commander can make a little bet. We'll put a couple war games on the line. We'll have a little bet. If Ohio State wins, I will ship him, several of my war games. And if he loses the bet, then he'll send me some of his war games. So, that'll be the punishment for rooting against Ohio State. Yeah, baby. All right. Well, it should be a good tournament any way you look at it. But this is the tournament I put together. And I'm having fun with it, and we'll see how it goes from there. One more, 2019 LSU, 2001 Miami. We'll probably do that sometime in the next couple of days, near future, whatever. So, we will see everyone soon. Until then, my friends, you take care of yourselves. Have a great evening. The Clemson Tigers destroy USC 35-7. USC's only touchdown, a punt return, 71-yard punt return. We had some major and huge plays in this one, but Clemson took control in the first half and never let USC back into it, and they're going to win this one and head and play the 2005 Texas team from Vince Young and company.